So they have a police photo of the suspect who deliberately gunned down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson yesterday in New York around 50-something Street, 6th Avenue at the Hilton Hotel. This is a targeted attack, a premeditated, planned attack, apparently, and a photo has been released of this guy. There's a Crime Stoppers number there, 1-800-577-8477. That's TIPS, T-I-P-S, for anyone who sees this guy who shot down this gentleman, Brian Thompson. This is sad in a lot of ways, but also, I mean, look at this. This guy came out and just waited and clearly was on assassination mode and did this with deliberate, intent. And from what they say, and obviously from the video, you could tell he had experience with a firearm before. There are several shots. If you've actually seen the video, I'm not playing the video here. This is a still of the video alongside Brian Thompson there. But there are moments where the gun jams or he needs to reload or something, and he does so effortlessly as if he came out of a John Wick movie, and he just unloads on this guy and puts him down. Now, one of the updates that came out was that the shell casings actually, I thought this was it. The message left on the ammunition echoes the phrase delay, deny, defend, which is commonly used by attorneys and insurance industry critics to describe tactics used to avoid paying claims. It refers to insurers delaying payment, denying a claim, and then defending their actions. Health insurers like United Healthcare have become frequent targets of criticism from doctors and patients for complicating access to care. Now, this is a situation where obviously the public at large, I would not feel I'm over-exaggerating or being too hyperbolic by suggesting that a majority of Americans feel that the healthcare industry, United Healthcare in particular, one of the largest, is just almost criminal organizations without question. And the amount of death, destruction, the things they cause for people, the amount of pain they cause for people in terms of denying medical coverage and people paying extreme premiums only to be, found out later that, oh, hey, small sentence here, we don't really have to pay, we don't have to do that, and it affects people's lives. They're essentially bankrupting people or putting people in economic hardships and depleting people's funds and resources, and not to mention putting their life at peril because they can't get to care and such that is actually needed. So there's no question that there's plenty of vendettas and plenty of issue with these companies and the people who run these companies and who are pocketing tons, millions and millions of dollars, who are living the high life while normal average citizens are dying and being denied medical claims and all sorts of things through the spurious use of language, the way they do things from a legal perspective, and all of the efforts that go into essentially making a profit and not giving a damn about the insured. This is definitely something that needs to be fixed. But with that said, I want to also say that this is not the solution. This is not the solution. This is not something to cheer. This is not something to, oh, we got to win. Finally won for us. Those scumbags, who cares? This guy is 50 years old, relatively young guy, family man, I believe he's got 2 children, and he's dead. He was gunned down, assassinated on the street. And that's not a good thing. It's not something to celebrate. We might feel the desire to say, hey, yeah, well, hey, who cares? F them. Those guys are criminal bastards anyway. That's not right. That's not right. We're already in such a state of chaos in the world and negativity, and so many things are happening around us. Things that are not being reported by the media, like what's going on in Syria, what's happening here, what's happening in Lebanon, what's going on with the Israeli Gaza situation, Palestinian situation, Russia, Ukraine, the verge of World War III, South Korea, North Korea, the troops going here, this is happening there, China. It's just, we're in some real serious times right now. And then CEOs are being gunned down on the street out of revenge. This is a deliberate attack. And again, the shell casings, reading that, this is just crazy. Anyway, they've got the photo of the guy, and I imagine it's only a matter of time now before they actually capture this guy. There was some questioning during a news conference regarding whether or not they had found some sort of social media page for this gentleman already, and they, at the time that I'm making this video, they hadn't found one yet. So we'll see what happens. They eventually will come out with that and see what he has. But some of the comments that came out on regarding United Healthcare, some of the people, so if you look at the United Healthcare, their social media page, like their Facebook page, there's a Facebook page where they put the condolence, they put, it's sad news, the passing of, whatever, and they posted it up on their page. And the comments, there were 50-something thousand replies, right? Like, how you click like either like or, angry face or sad face, whatever it is, for a post to express your emotion, your whatever. There was 50-something thousand. Out of the 50-something thousand, 45,000 and counting at this, from the last time I checked, which is maybe a little bit before shooting this video, were happy faces, laughing faces, people smiling. It's just like, really, we're to the point of a society where we're celebrating death. And this is something that goes back to the election and the 2 attempts on, President-elect Trump's life, right? People wishing that it had happened. Too bad they missed, making jokes. We got to get out of this. We've got to get out of this. This is bad. Some of the comments that came up, oh, I'm sorry, prior authorization is required for thoughts and prayers, with 158 replies under it, 15,000 people hearting that particular cheeky reply. Sending prior authorization, denied claims, collections and prayers to his family. 16,000 people hearted that, right? Was his trip to the ER really emergency? According to his own company, my husband's heart attack wasn't an actual emergency and we were out $3,000, full deductible. Wow. It's crazy what my first thought was, and then I look at the comments and realize I'm not alone in my thoughts. Look, I get it. Again, people are going to express this idea of, hey, look, they screw people all the time. And I have to put myself in that position. If I were in the position and I lost a loved one or found myself in a situation that was seriously affecting my family from a financial standpoint, or again, from a health standpoint, one of my kids or my loved one, my wife or some family member, an in-law or something, a cousin, whatever, it doesn't make a difference. How would I feel if the CEO was gunned down? I don't think I'd celebrate that. That's not something to celebrate, and that's not going to reform the healthcare system. He's going to be replaced by another CEO. So it's not as if United Healthcare is going to take a loss on this and suddenly reform their policies and become one with the people. It's not going to happen. So we need to chill out with the idea that it's a good thing that we gun down people we disagree with, or we get rid of in violent ways the people that we disagree with or we don't see eye to eye with or we feel are actually cheating us. Not good. Not good. I want to talk about it really quick. I'll keep an update on this, and as the actual story evolves and there's more news on the actual shooter and he gets identified and social media and all those things, I'll be back on the Time to Talk podcast. If you've not subscribed, truly appreciate you subscribing now. The people who have subscribed, I truly appreciate you being here. Like the video on the way out. That would mean a lot. That helps the algorithm and everything in the background. And I'll see you on the next Time to Talk podcast. Peace.